All right, let's cover some of this here. Food stamp funding, two different judges, one in Boston, one in Rhode Island, I imagine Providence, ordered the administration to continue funding SNAP. There's two problems. One is the administration says we're only going to do half. So recipients, 42 million Americans, are only going to get half of what they are entitled to under SNAP laws. And because of the system that we have, it's going to take 10 days for them to get the money. So they're going to miss a week and a half of funding. Here is, what is it? Which number is that, the Ilhan Omar? Which one?
Sorry, this is Schumer.
This isn't about food stamps. Oh, okay, sorry.
Ilhan Omar's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And meanwhile, and I'm sure you've seen this, the right, after they lost the argument about whether they could provide SNAP benefits, right, which was a lie. In fact, they were statutorily obligated. They then moved into immediately the mode of like, SNAP benefits are not deserved.
Yeah.
We heard like Corolla lie about like the average weight of SNAP benefits people, which is irrelevant to me, but it's like, yes, we're going back to like Reagan era stuff.
The welfare queen arguments.
100%. And it's no surprise that Corolla does that, right? Like he's of that generation, my age probably, where we grew up on Ronald Reagan. Here's an example of that. This is Indiana's Lieutenant Governor Mika Beckwith, who turns out to be a Christian nationalist.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what a good Christian has to say about feeding the needy and the poor.
Here you go.
Feeding the hungry.
People are suffering because of this government shutdown. It is the Democrat Schumer shutdown. They are the ones taking full responsibility for it. I think in the meantime, I think this is a great opportunity for the church, the local church, to step up. Like Floyd said, this is really, it's not the government's job really to feed people. I mean, nowhere in Scripture do we see, God calling the government to care for the sick, the orphan, the poor, the needy, the widow. That's the church's job. And so this is a great opportunity for the Church of Jesus Christ in America to actually start acting like it and to be ready to feed the hungry and welcome those who need help. People are.
So there you go. God did not call on the American government to feed people. I mean, that is in Scripture.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there was a timing problem. We didn't really have a government at that time.
Mr. Dinosaurs over here.
Right.
You believe in dinosaurs too?
But I think the idea was, I mean, I don't know Scripture either, but I feel like there was like, didn't Jesus say stuff about like providing for the poor? There was no church at the time of Jesus, as far as I remember. I don't know. It seems like it's more like the principle, right?
Not the government, though. That's an individual philanthropic person. So I guess technically that's what they're advocating for here.
Yeah. They want to increase dependence on things like the church and remove dependence on things like the state, and that takes.
It's a great opportunity for the church.
Here's the bottom line: the church cannot do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I'm reading that Trump is saying he's not going to pay even the half now.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
that's open defiance of the
article.
courts.
One of the craziest parts about this has been that they were like, oh, we're gonna play ball. We just have to figure out how to do this legally, and it's like, well, you don't have that as a consideration when you're murdering random fishermen off the coastline of Venezuela. Like, there's no interest in legality there. But when it comes to like feeding American citizens, majority of which are Republican or from red areas in general. Then you have to think about the courts, even though the courts are literally forcing you to do it.
Yes. I mean, the fact is that statutorily there is money set aside explicitly for a situation like this. Two courts have ruled that way. But here is what they're doing now. This is Brett Cooper. Where does she work? Is she on the Brett Cooper show?
Went solo.
Oh, she's not on the Daily Wire.
She left,
Independent media.
But the bottom line is we're seeing the right really pushing this narrative like it is not necessary. Demonizing SNAP now, right? Like that's the next step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Populist
we
right.
may be legally allowed to continue funding. We may be legally obligated to continue funding, but we shouldn't. And why? Here's evidence as cited by Ben Shapiro's clone. Wasn't she developed
She used to be
in a
at the
petri dish?
Yeah, she was at the Daily Wire originally, and then she left and went on her own. And
Is she the one who was developed by taking a piece of his hair and they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They cloned her, Fem Shapiro.
Trust society, that is going to be taken advantage of, as it has been today. When there is no real transition program to get people off of SNAP, why would people even try? Crowder posted about this and he said, SNAP costs taxpayers $145 billion a year. Recipients spend twice what the average worker does on groceries, which is insane, and that is true. I fact-checked that. That is not helping the poor. It is rewarding the people who abuse the system. This is why the entire thing just needs to be stripped down and rebuilt.
They spend it at your grocery store.
Okay. Also, Sam is, I think, looking up the average person's spending on groceries, but I know off the top of my head that the average SNAP payment is $187
A week. I just don't think
A
that's
month. A month.
I have another fun fact that's not so fun, but the average American taxpayer footing the bill for SNAP is $36 as opposed to I think it's like $670 that the average American taxpayer pays for corporate subsidies.
Yep.
And it's 42 million Americans. I think it's like 16 million children in general. And it is mind-boggling that these guys are now actively saying like, no, we need to cut SNAP. It is such a marginal part of this this whole endeavor at a time when we're giving, $40 billion to Argentina so that Scott Besant's friend can not default on the debt that he purchased many years prior.
Right.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
Just a loose. This is not true that they spend that. There is some
But
argument.
Steven Crowder fact checks all of his stuff and puts all the information in the show notes.
I'm actually surprised he's my favorite content creator.
According to the Dumbass Institute.
This is devastating me right now.
It is conceivable that they spend anywhere from 13 to 20%, possibly more. But it's comparing apples and oranges because workers tend to spend a 13 to 15% of their income on groceries, and it's hard to compare that to SNAP beneficiaries because they are working in probably lower wage jobs in general. But nevertheless, let's continue to see where she's going with this since she fact checks everything.
Which is insane, and that is true. I fact-checked that. That is not helping the poor. It is rewarding the people who abuse the system. This is why the entire thing just needs to be stripped down and rebuilt. I am not against government assistance in a black and white way, but I am against a system that enables this kind of exploitation. We need new guidelines on who can qualify and for how long. We need new standards on what people can purchase. Like no more fancy Nespresso pods, no more candy or soda or freaking lobster tails for your 7 kids from your 7 freaking baby daddies.
Pause it for a second.
There you
Pause it
go.
for a second. First off, if you can get lobster tails for $9.99, I would tell you
Don't. No. Don't. No. All right.
Is that not cheap?
Yeah, that's the point. Don't get lobster tails for $9. Who knows where the hell that's from?
It's Whole Foods.
It's Whole Foods.
Okay.
But like, I can't be the only one who doesn't give a shit about what the
I don't give a
the working poor eat. Like, that's such an insane thing. Is like, these are the people who are like, oh, the World Economic Forum wants you to eat the bugs, and now they're literally like, no, actually, if you're working poor, then you shouldn't have cookies for your children. And it's like, you don't get to dictate that decision, you absolute psychopath. Plus, on top of that, the National Grocery Chain, like the National Grocery Retailers Association, which is like a right-wing group, is also pro-SNAP because 12% of their overall revenue, especially a higher percentage of overall revenue in rural areas where there are less retailers and less options in general, rely on SNAP as a additional subsidy. What is it, like $1 on
And
SNAP
farmers
circulates?
also.
Each dollar on SNAP, each dollar in federally funded SNAP benefits generates $1.79 in economic activity because you're feeding people and giving the money to your local grocer.
Yeah.
Let alone that it's subsidizing corporations like Walmart that pay subsidy wages where you have like a disproportionate amount of their workers who are on benefits like this. Let alone that there are already restrictions on what SNAP benefits can be used on at the point of purchase, including you can't purchase hot food. If I'm not mistaken, right, Matt? Yeah.
In California, you can, but in most places you can't.
Right.
Yeah,
So
I
I mean, this is like she's acting like this is a free for all. Oh, they're sucking the lobster out of these out of the tails and having butter
honestly,
with it.
that's cheaper than hamburger. It's probably healthier for you too,
And
assuming it's actually lobster.
Okay, well, putting the lobster
Sam's making
aside
a
for a
purchase.
second, God forbid.
Brian's with me. He grew up in Maine.
Yes, I'm with you 100%. $9 lobster, you're
You
insane.
kidding?
I think
We're both going for that right now.
That's the headline of this video: is $9 lobster.
I think we need like Maoist style. If you say stuff like this publicly, you have to live off of SNAP for
Yes.
like a year. They have
Yeah.
to just like force you to the countryside to go work in the farmland, become a farmhand for a little bit, and live off of SNAP, so that you understand the importance of programs like this.
Yeah, and like undocumented labor too. Like, go to the fields.
But this is she's just winding up now for the real pitch.
Freaking lobster tails for your 7 kids from your 7 freaking baby daddies. And yes, that is a real thing.
Because of the government shutdown, now I
Oh.
can't get my stamps for next month. How am I feed my 7 kids? I have 7 different baby daddies, and none of them no good for me.
Ma'am, this is an insane
Can you pause
video
it?
to make.
Pause it. Okay, I felt good.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay. So I did a deep dive into this before Brett Cooper released this video. There are the 7 baby daddies and the 7 children is like a racialized trope in general. And it has been a script that is disseminated everywhere with AI videos of angry black women speaking to the camera. That person in particular, we actually looked at. We found the original account.
Really?
Yeah, that person in particular is not AI, but we suspect that she's rage baiting and like saw the AI video and just basically did the exact same thing. Because another one of the videos that she uses, Brett Cooper uses in her compilation that she shows in the beginning of her video. And yeah, this is the one. This is one of the many different 7 baby daddies, 7 children
Wow.
scripts that we found. That's an AI one. But there was one that she used, another black woman who's like who brings up like a sense of entitlement about how the taxpayer is supposed to foot the bill. The taxpayer is supposed to pay for my 7 baby daddies. And it turns out that they actually clipped it. It was actually a right-wing conservative TikToker that is like not a very well-known conservative TikToker that was verbatim copying the script of the AI video that they had seen. And then at the end of it, they go, that's literally a video that I saw. Not the one that you just showed, but there's another one in the Brett Cooper video. If you go back, it's a lady with like big earrings and like she has glasses on. It's a black lady with like big earrings. She has glasses on. She takes the glasses off in the beginning of the, I think it's in that compilation before that, right before that one. Go
Back
more.
a little?
Go back further. Yeah, it's in the beginning. Yeah, this one.
There it is.
This
Okay.
one.
So this
found
woman is a conservative influencer who copied the script
yes.
and then said, I'm just redoing essentially a real thing.
The original video of this is so crazy because they cut it in this larger compilation and they put it into 2 different places. But we found the original video. And in the original video, she just goes through here. You can show the video for a second. She like is basically doing the exact same script, the exact same AI script that
Just
we've
watch.
seen.
It's been day 5 and I have not received no food stamps. My disability checks is on hold. My cash benefits is not coming no more. They're still pending. It is the taxpayer's job to pay for my kids to eat and for my kids to be taken care of. I have over 2,000 followers on TikTok and I can't get not one person to send me 50 cents. If you're watching a video and you can't send me nothing, I'm blocking you.
Correct.
So that's from a compilation from a right-wing influencer, right? But we found the original video, and in the original video, she just goes through this entire thing, and at the end goes, "That's dead ass something that I saw on the timeline." Isn't that crazy? How entitled some of these people are in terms of like what they want out of their, what they want out of taxpayers.
But she knows what she's
Do you
doing,
think
right?
she knew-
Yeah.
Do you think she knew?
They're
that, like,
auditioning.
Do you think that she knew that like
Yeah.
somebody's going to clip this? They'll use it. I'll have the I'll have the plausible deniability in that at the end of the thing, I said, all of this is just stuff that I saw.
I just could not believe that that was actually a right-winger making fun of the AI script that she had seen, and then it got elevated to this position as though like she's being sincere about her anger.
But don't you think that that's part of the incentive structure? Is if these conservatives give them something useful, then perhaps they're rewarded either with clicks or something later. I mean, it feels like that's probably part of it.
Potentially, I think right now we have this like clickbait culture in general, where people are just straight up rage baiting.
They'll just do whatever they
if they
can
see,
to get money.
Even if they see like AI videos. Right, very clearly created AI videos. They might not be able to distinguish whether it's an AI video or not, but they see those videos going viral. They go, "Oh, I want to go viral. I'm just gonna literally do the exact same script, but this time it's like a real person."
I mean,
we're being duped by machines.
It's
is what
insane,
I'm saying.
and they are literally generating basically the welfare queen trope and just creating realish looking people that will regurgitate exactly what they want to say. What she said there was immensely racist. We should just put that out there. And it's
Also,
as old as the Republic.
yeah.
I mean, the Republican Party, the modern iteration of it for decades.
Yeah. Also, even if someone has 7 children, like the children shouldn't die. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, okay, feed the fucking
If
7
you
kids.
have more than, let's just call it 4 kids, sorry.
Yeah, no,
They're
yeah,
just
L
like,
for
"That's
you,
it.
L for you. No, but
So we love
Sorry,
families.
natalists.
yeah. No, it's just like it's the classic like, oh, these people are irresponsible, or the classic Thomas Sowell bit where it's like they're having children, specific black people are having children specifically so they can farm the
Get-
government for more money.
First of all, what's also amazing is that you've got Tucker Carlson and JD Vance and all of those sort of tradcons saying we need to have more babies.
Yeah.
So it's sort of undercutting.
But they
it.
mean white
But-
babies.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. And I just want to make this clear. Let's go back just to the Brett Cooper thing because she fact checks stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just remember that. She played what, like 3 AI videos and just what we just scanned through there? Maybe 2 AIs and one that was
Yeah.
just copied of an
Some
AI.
of them are real. Some of them are actual people like, addressing their genuine grievances. But all of this creates this narrative that by and large, black people are taking advantage of the system. They're entitled and they're being irresponsible with their behavior by having multiple children out of wedlock. And like it goes back into the exact same racialized tropes.
This has been going on for,
yeah.
this is, as I think it was Lee Atwater, was
Yeah.
it?
Exactly.
This is on his deathbed. He's like, we used to say the N-word and now we say busing. And then it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's all just a way to activate that sort of like notion of,
getting white people on board to cut the already like diminished welfare structure that exists that they take advantage of as well, that they need as well, because they're out there thinking, well, some black people are doing it too, and I don't want that. It's disgusting, but it's also a phenomenally effective tool to go against any sort of like left populist economic message, unfortunately.
Well, they can offload their shame, right? It's almost like when you can have another group of people that you can deem personally undesirable, or like they've made choices in a way that put them in that position. That makes your position elevated to them relatively, even if you are using the same benefits.
Yeah, it's the LBJ quote that comes to mind. It's just like if you can convince the lowest white man that he's still higher than the highest black man, that he'll empty out his pockets for you. He won't recognize that you're robbing him blind. Hell, he'll empty out his pockets for you. I mean, that's precisely what it is.
I mean, this is what in the wake of Reconstruction we also saw. It was like, we're going to, literacy tests, poll taxes were aimed at freedmen, but of course, also ended up punishing or disenfranchising poor white folks. But that was almost like a twofer. Like we can, that is a feature, not necessarily a bug. We should say this too. I want to get your reaction on this because I know that you got to apparently do a show eventually.
Yeah.
Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.